Ubisoft is the king of bells and whistles when it comes to flashy trailers and high promises, but many of its games often leave plenty to be desired. In its most recent E3 showcase, Ubisoft showed off several games, some old and some new, so let's tell you everything you need to know without wasting over an hour of your time. First up was Rainbow Six Extraction, formerly known as Rainbow Six Quarantine. This is a 3-player co-op tactical PvE FPS where operators from Rainbow Six Siege with unique gear and abilities face off against an alien invasion. So far, the list of operators includes Finker, Pulse, Doc, Sledge, Alibi, Vigil, Hibana, Ela, and Leon. These aliens come in a variety of types, including spikers who'll turn you into a kebab, or the teleporting Tormentor. You move through the levels, collecting gear and upgrades along the way, but they're all lost on death, which adds a little more jeopardy to your extraction. This is billed as a full-price standalone game separate from Rainbow Six Siege, which has raised some eyebrows, and whether progress will be shared with Siege remains to be seen. It arrives on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Stadia on the 16th of September. Next came Rocksmith Plus, a late follow-up to the guitar-based rhythm game / teaching tool which first launched in 2011. As opposed to games like Guitar Hero or Rock Band, Rocksmith's whole gimmick was that you were playing a real guitar with real strings instead of a peripheral controller with buttons. This new version seems more like an app than an actual game and will run on a subscription service where you can plug in your own electric guitar or use your phone as a microphone for acoustics. It comes bundled with a bunch of songs to play through across multiple genres including rock, blues, and Latin, and includes a workshop where you can produce your own arrangements of the songs. A closed beta for PC is running between now and July 22nd, though the game itself doesn't have a release date just yet. After that, we got the massively multiplayer extreme sports game Riders Republic. This was previously announced, but now we have a release date of the 2nd of September 2021, and it launches on PS4/5, Xbox One/Xbox Series X, Stadia, and PC, in addition to coming to the streaming service Ubisoft Plus. You'll be able to compete in various game modes on bikes, snowboards, gliders, wingsuits, skis, and even jetpacks by the looks of it. There will also be a beta at an undisclosed date, which you can sign up for now if you're interested. Following that was a minor pit stop to mention some quality of life improvements to Rainbow Six Siege as part of the North Star season and a new operator named Thunderbird. She was announced prior to E3, but Ubisoft shared a short cartoon of Thunderbird rescuing an ally and straight up fighting a bear. She comes with a Spear 308 assault rifle and Spas 15 shotgun as her primary weapons, but her main role is a healer with her deployable Kona station. The update brings bug fixes and balance tweaks and is out right now for all platforms. In keeping with the theme of updates to existing games, Ubisoft talked about content for 6 other games. For Honour gets a new season called Mirage as part of its Year 5 Season 2, which takes place in the arid desert and will add a new battle pass, armor, and a testing ground when it launches on June 22nd. Trackmania is getting a new mode called Trackmania Royal where you aim to be the last team standing, in addition to new physics for water and blocks, as well as animated and dynamic items. Ubisoft's free-to-play 2D fighting game Brawlhalla is getting a crossover with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with Leo, Raph, Mikey, and Donnie all joining the game as playable characters. The Crew 2 is entering its 4th year, and this summer kicks off the Motorflix 3rd season, adding the US Speed Tour East, which includes events spanning from New York to Miami. Watch Dogs Legion is getting the Bloodline Premium expansion on July the 6th, which brings back the protagonist of the first game, Aiden Pierce, and new story content. The selection of updates wrapped up with Ghost Recon Breakpoint announcing that something is happening for the series' 20th anniversary, though it didn't say what that was or when exactly it will arrive. After that series of updates, we got one of Ubisoft's staple franchises, Just Dance 2022. It's a family-friendly dancing game with 40 new songs to play through, including a new arrangement of the song Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels by Todrick Hall. I'm not remotely familiar with this person, but the song is pretty explicit, so presumably this new version is the clean version. The game launches on the 4th of November this year for Switch, Xbox Series X and Xbox One, PS5 and PS4, and Stadia. Following the family-friendly fun of Just Dance came the brutally violent Viking fantasy Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The game is getting its 2nd premium expansion, The Siege of Paris, which is a huge event in Viking history. This event will take Eivor and their clan to Paris this summer and also brings with it black box missions, which set you one simple goal that can be completed in any way you choose. Ubisoft also confirms that it plans to support the game well into its 2nd year after it became the fastest selling entry to the franchise. And on top of all that, it's receiving various bug fixes and updates, as well as the ability to use one-handed swords at long last. After that, Ubisoft briefly dips its toes into the movie and TV space. We see a short look at the upcoming Season 2 finale of Mythic Quest, the Rob McElhenney-helmed comedy about a company developing an MMO. There was also Werewolves Within, a comedy horror movie described as a whodunit with teeth, releasing on June 25th. Despite being the movie and TV section, there were no mentions of big upcoming projects like the Skull and Bones TV show, the Division movie, or the Splinter Cell anime for Netflix. Ubisoft then turned its eyes to the Caribbean with Far Cry 6. The game game has showed up a couple of times throughout the E3 season, but this particular showcase was light on gameplay, opting instead to show us a cutscene starring Giancarlo Esposito as the villainous fascist dictator Anton Castillo. Additionally, he's not the only villain getting a little love. As part of the game's season pass, you'll be able to take control of the past game's major baddies, Vars, Pagan Min, and Joseph from Far Cry 3, 4, and 5 respectively. The season pass also includes the best Far Cry game, the cheesy neon-tinged 80s sci-fi parody Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. The game launches on the 7th of October 2021 for PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, Stadia, and Amazon Luna. Despite Nintendo's show not having aired at the time of this stream, Ubisoft did reveal one Nintendo game with Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. This is a sequel to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, an XCOM-like strategy crossover between Super Mario and the Rabbids, who have long since shed their connection to Rayman. While it's maybe one of the most random mashups in the world, that game actually did pretty well with critics and clearly sold well enough to warrant a sequel. This trailer was purely CG and showed off the new Rabbids Luma crossbreed known as Sparks, but there was some short gameplay a little later. The game is currently slated for release sometime in 2022 and will be exclusively available on the Switch. Finally, we've reached the end of the Ubisoft E3 showcase, and they went out with the absolute show-stopping reveal of an Avatar game? Okay, sure, why not? The full title is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora and takes you to the world of Pandora from James Cameron's 2009 smash hit Avatar. You'll be put into the shoes of a Na'vi, the intelligent, blue, tribal humanoid species native to Pandora, rather than assuming control of an Avatar body piloted by a human like in the movie. The trailer itself is cinematic with a number of elements that allude to gameplay, but no actual gameplay itself is ever seen. The game is first person in a new part of the planet not yet seen, and it's implied you'll be able to mount ground and aerial creatures. Frontiers of Pandora will launch in 2022 for PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, Stadia, and Amazon Luna. And that's it for the Ubisoft Forward E3 conference this year. Links to all the individual trailers as well as the full live stream can be found in the description. I've been Henry Cooper, this has been Pretty Good Gaming. I'll catch you next time, bye for now.